Hello, friends. Good evening. This is Vinay Mudiraj. Welcome to my channel. In today's lecture, we are going to see about the new subject that is of structural analysis. In today's lecture, we are going to see about this subject. It is the most important and interesting subject for the civil engineering students. It is one of the core subject for the civil students. Okay, let us discuss about the structural analysis. First of all, what is a structure? Structure is nothing but it is an elastic body which undergoes a small deformation due to the application of external load. Okay, it is an elastic body. Elastic body is nothing but when it is applied to an external load and again it regains to its original shape. That is nothing but elastic body. The structure is nothing but a building is made up of several structures. Okay, let us discuss about a structure. Let us consider it is a beam. Okay, it is beam of length L and breadth B and depth D. Okay, let us consider this is a beam. An external load of W is acting on this member. Okay, it undergoes some deformation. Okay, when it is applied some external load on it, the deformation will be like this. Okay, this is deformation. This is known as structure. Okay, we are going to analysis this structure when it is applied to the external load. When this load is acting on this particular structure, it undergoing some deformation na? So we are going to analysis this deformation. That is nothing but analysis. Let us go with the analysis. Okay, analysis. Analysis is the nothing but response only na, to the external load. Response of the structure towards the external load or applied load. Okay, it is said to be the structural analysis. The combination of the structure and the analysis is nothing but the structural analysis. In this subject we are going to deal about the structures of the building components. Okay, every structure or else every building or any engineering aspects of any buildings, any construction. Let us discuss about any construction of a bridge, dam or etc. These are all made up of a different structure. Several structures are to be combined to form a structure, to form any construction or else any building or else any bridge or dam. Okay, let us discuss about the first unit, that is of analysis of perfect frames. Let us go with this unit 1. Okay, first of all we are going to discuss about the perfect frames. Here we are going to analysis. Just now only we are discussed about the analysis. Let us discuss, let us analysis the perfect frames. Okay, perfect frame. Let us go with the perfect frame. Okay, perfect frame. Okay, perfect frame is nothing but which is composed of such members. Okay, it is nothing but which is composed of a several members are formed together to form a frame. That is nothing but a perfect frame, which which are just sufficient to keep the frame in a equilibrium condition. Okay, the several members are to be formed a frame. That this such frames are keeping this frame in a equilibrium condition, that is known as imperfect frame. Let us go with the definition. The frame which is composed such members which are just sufficient to keep the frame, okay, in equilibrium condition. in equilibrium condition. When the frame is supporting the external load, isn't it or not? Exactly, the frame is applied, undergoes some load supporting the an external load is known as perfect frame. Okay, it defines that a frame which is composed of several members. Okay, several members are joined together to form a frame which are just sufficient to keep the frame in equilibrium. Okay, when the frame is supporting an external load is known as the perfect frame. This is the definition of this perfect frame, whereas the formula for this perfect frame is nothing is given as m is equals to 2j minus 3. Okay, this is the formula for the perfect frame. Here m is nothing but the number of members, and j is nothing but the number of joints. Okay, let us write m is equals to number of members in a frame, j is equals to number of joints, then it is said to be the perfect frame. Okay, we have completed about the perfect frame. Have you understood about the perfect frame? Let us go with the classification of these frames. Okay, let us discuss about the types of frames. These are mainly broadly divided into two types. Those are perfect, first one, that is of perfect frame, and that is of second one is imperfect frames. Okay, again these imperfect frames are divided into two types, that is of deficient frame and redundant frames. Just now we have discussed about the perfect frames. Okay, let us discuss about the imperfect only. Okay, just I am writing here the formula for the perfect frames. Okay, the formula for the perfect frames is given as m is equals to 2j minus 3. Just you have seen this formula. M is nothing but number of members, isn't it or not? Okay, and j is nothing but number of joints. Let us consider a frame. This is a frame. Okay, let us consider this is to be as a frame. Okay, this is a frame in which it is composed of, this is member 1, this is member 2, this is 3, this is 4, and this is 5. Here m is equals to number of members is equals to 5, and whereas the number of joints here 1, this 2, this 3, and this is 4, there are number of joints is equals to 4. Okay, have you saw how to divide these members and joints? This is the way to identify the joints and members in each frame. Okay, let us go with the imperfect frames. Okay, imperfect frames. Imperfect frames is also similar to the perfect frames, but whereas the difference is where the members m equals to 2j minus 3. Here m is less than or equals or greater than or not equals to less than or greater than equals of 2j minus 3, then it is said to be the imperfect frames. Okay, let us go with the definition of this imperfect frame. Okay, a frame in which number of members and number of joints are not given by m equals to 2j minus 3, then it is said to be the imperfect frame. Whereas in perfect frame it is given as m equals to 2j minus 3. In whereas these imperfect frames it is not is given as m is equals to 2j minus 3, then it is said to be the imperfect frame. Again, this imperfect frame is divided into two types. Okay, just now we have seen that it is divided into two types, that is of deficient and redundant. Okay, let us go with the deficient frames. We have discussed about the imperfect frame. Yeah, now let us go with the deficient frame. Deficient frame is nothing but let us go with the definition, then after we will discuss about the deficient frame. It is defined as if the number of members in a frame are less than 2j minus 3. Okay, then it is said to be, then the frame is said to be known as deficient. Okay, deficient frame. Simply we can define as where the frame where the number of members is less than the 2j minus 3, then it is said to be the deficient frame. Okay, m is less than of 2j minus 3. In this condition we are going to see that the deficient frames. Okay, whereas the redundant frame, it is quite opposite to the deficient frame. Okay, let us go with the definition of this redundant frame. If the number of members in a frame are greater or more, okay, more than 2j minus 3, then this condition is known as redundant frame. Okay, simply it is quite opposite to the deficient frame, in which in deficient frame it is m is less than 2j minus 3, whereas in the redundant frame it is m is greater than 2j minus 3. Okay, let us give the formula for this. M is greater than 2j minus 3. Okay, in this condition we are going for redundant frames. Let us go with the overall summary of these perfect frames and imperfect frames. These are classified of two types. Okay, what is perfect? First of all, perfect frames, imperfect frames. Again it is divided into deficient and redundant frames. Okay, the formula given for these perfect frames are m equals to 2j minus 3, and whereas for this deficient frame, whereas the formula for this deficient frame is m is less than 2j minus 3, formula for this deficient frame, whereas this redundant frame m is greater than 2j minus 3. Okay, have you understood all the guys about this perfect frames? This is all about the theory of this first unit. From next lecture we are from tomorrow onwards we are going for the next lecture, that is of totally in that lecture we are going to discuss about the problems based on this joints only. That is of there are mainly three types based problems are there, that is of method of joints, method of sections, and tension method. These are the three types of problems we are going to see in the next lecture. Okay friends, thank you. For more videos we are please do like, share, comment and subscribe my channel for more videos. Okay, thank you friends.